In this video, I'm going to talk about the left, right, and mid functions in Excel, which allow you to extract specific portions of a text string. Also, please subscribe if these easy how-to videos help you, and let's get into it. So I've got a cell here which has both the city name and its zip code, and I want to pull just the city names in my dataset. Since the city names will vary based on character length, using a left function is useful here to pull just that left side of the text. And that's what I have Excel doing for me in column B. Same thing with the right. If I want to pull just the zip codes, which are on the right side of the text, I can use the right formula to get that part done. And then down here, I have a list of first, middle, and last names. I can use the mid text function to look for the middle name only and extract that from the dataset using my formula. These three functions come in pretty handy when you have a cell that needs to be split or manipulated in an easy way. So let me break down how I created each of these formulas. The left one goes like this. So you're going to start off by writing equals left, and then the first thing you do is you reference the cell that you want it to analyze. For me, it's going to be A2, so I write A2. Then I want it to look for the first space character that shows up, because in this case, or in my instance at least, where I want it to be split happens to be where the space character is. So I have space, and then you're going to reference that cell again, and then you write -1 because we want it to find that space character and then go backwards 1. And the reason we do that is because that final output that we have, it's going to be just Fontana. It's not going to be Fontana with a space. It's not going to be a space before Fontana. It'll be just the word itself. So we're going to make it look for the space and then go back 1 using a -1. And then you can just drag that all the way down and it'll do it for every single instance of city/zip. The right one is a little bit simpler than that. For the right, I have the same thing, equals right. The first thing you do is you reference the cell that you want to analyze. And then since zip code is at the very end of my data set and it's just 5 digits long, I don't have to have Excel look for any type of character for me. You know, the space here is irrelevant. So I can just do comma, and then 5 just means retrieve the last 5 digits in my cell. So that's why the right function is a little bit easier. I could theoretically do the same thing for the left. However, the city name is going to vary based on character length. So if I write like say 5 only, you know, it might work for one city, but it might not work for another city. And that's the reason why we have to do find and then space. Now the mid function is a little bit more complicated, but it's not too bad, and I'm going to break it down so it's easier to understand. So there's 3 parts to the mid formula. The first part is going to be the text that we want to analyze. So you just write equals mid, and then you find out the text where you want the formula to take place. For me, it's going to be A10, so I write A10. The second part is going to be the starting position. So you're pretty much telling Excel that this is where I want to start that little trimming process. For me, that trim happens where that first space character happens. So I have it searching for that space, and then I have a +1 just so it kind of finds that space, and then it goes +1. That way, my final output, William, there's no space in front of it in the final output of the formula. And then the last portion of the formula is going to be how many characters you want it to pull. So we know that we're starting here, right in front of the W, and then we need to tell it to count a certain amount of characters and then stop trimming right there, and then that'll be your final output. So we're pretty much having Excel look for that second space character for me, and then I have a -1, again, just so there's no space included between William and Smith in my final output. And those 3 portions combined is how the mid formula works. Once you've got that, you can drag it down and it'll do the same thing for every single first, middle, and last name combination that you have in your data set. And that wraps up my video. So if this helped you, then please do subscribe and be on the lookout for more Excel how-to videos. I'm hoping to help as many people as I can become data experts in Excel in the most easy to understand way possible. So that's it for today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.